Hi guys, I just wanted to say happy Pride Month, especially to all my gay vets. And so, in honor of you guys, I thought I would just tell you a quick story about my experience in the military and being gay, and just because maybe you guys might relate to. So, for me, this is one of the proudest moments that I had in my life. I remember I was like 18 at the time, I think, and you're doing what most 18-year-old guys are doing. You're hanging out with other 18-year-olds. You're going to Hooters and drinking, and there are women involved and all that other stuff. And for me, it was kind of like I was the life of the party. That's kind of like what the deal was. So I would get invited everywhere to the house parties and all these pool parties, everything. I did all that stuff. And so I remember I was working on day shift. They were going to switch me to nights, and one of the guys on nights was someone who everyone thought was gay. And he was gay. I'm skipping ahead. He was gay, but the thing is, no one actually knew. They just thought he was because he acted effeminate. So for me, it was kind of like, oh, I got the warning. Make sure you stay away from him. And so for me, I think I grew up in New York, and so it wasn't like that big of a deal. Even though, to be honest with you, at the point I was still kind of like trying to figure out who I was. But I thought it wasn't a big deal. I grew up with people who were gay. It wasn't a big deal just to talk to them. And so I thought, whatever, like I ended up talking to him. He was super cool. We had a great time. We both work office jobs, and so it's slow. You're waiting for the maintenance to get done. You have a lot of time. You're talking, and he was great. He was such a great dude, and so I hung out with him a lot, and he had great music, and nothing ever happened with us except for him becoming one of my best friends. But just the fact that I was talking to him changed. Everything shifted. And so it kind of went into where I wasn't getting invited to places. And so ultimately, one of my closest friends, who was also one of the, he was super cool. He was like the guy. He was the guy. I was out in the smoking area, and he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know that people are starting to talk about you and this person, and you need to stop hanging out with him because people are going to assume things." And I thought, I'll be honest with you, I was 18 at the time, and I thought, God, man, I just want to fit in. I just want to be normal. I want everything to just be, gosh, I don't want issues, And I have to say, there was just this one moment where I thought, fuck them. Fuck them. I'm not going to let anyone determine who I talk to, because that's all I was doing, was talking to someone. If you're going to exile me for talking to someone, is that someone that I really need to have in my life? No. I thought, I'm never going to let anyone dictate who I can talk to. And so I didn't. And ultimately, yeah, I lost all of my friends. I stopped getting invited to every house party, to every pool party, to every outing. Everything stopped. I didn't change. I was still that same person who was the life of the party. But for some reason, I was different to them. And I was okay with that. Because the thing is, I wasn't different to myself. That's who I always was. And I wasn't going to let them change that. And yeah, he became one of my best friends. And yeah, I came out to myself later on. But that was one of the proudest moments of my life. And I know all of you gay military vets, you've experienced something similar. So I just wanted to share my story with you.